Hi there. I wanted to share some concrete tips for how to find a healthy long-term relationship through online dating. For how to set up your profile, the first step is to identify what will really lead to a happy relationship 10-20 years down the line. For example, traits such as open communication, mutual trust, understanding, empathy, acceptance, and kindness have been linked to long-term happiness in relationships, but not so much traits like looks or ethnicity. Then you want to put these traits you identified on your profile so that people with a similar vision for relationships will be able to pick you out from all the other many profiles out there. For how to choose who to swipe right on, I recommend using looks only as a binary yes or no filter, and swipe left or say no based on looks only if you feel that there's very little chance you could become attracted to them. So much of physical attraction isn't something we see in a photo. It's the way a person carries themselves, the way they smell, the way they smile, the way they make eye contact, their voice, the cadence of their speech, etc. Also, physical attraction increases as emotional connection increases, so it can actually be built as people get closer. A question you can ask yourself is, if they were an amazing person with all the things I'm looking for in a partner, would I pass them up because of their looks? After you match, don't spend too much time chatting, but instead ask for a quick video call. It can be just a 10 or 15-minute call. Most of the things that we're looking for in a connection, we won't be able to tell over text, but video gives us a lot more of that non-verbal information. Don't be afraid of what people will think if you ask for the call. Anyone who's serious about finding a great relationship is probably happy to do a video call because it helps both people save time and effort, not to mention safety and privacy. In my personal experience, I've never had anyone say no or even bat an eye when I asked. Now for the in-person date if the video call goes well. The key to enjoying the dates is to be less outcomes-based and more process-oriented. If you think about it, we don't actually want to try to do too much to control the outcome of the date. We're looking for someone that's a natural fit to the authentic us. If we try to make it go well by being a certain way, then once we settle into the relationship and we're comfortable being our unique selves, the relationship might not fit so well anymore. So think about and focus on what your values are when it comes to meeting people and interacting with them. For example, maybe you're someone who's interested in getting to know a variety of people and hearing about their life experiences, thoughts, and feelings. Or maybe you enjoy the feeling of being authentically yourself with another person. Or maybe you like finding different traits you appreciate in each person that you meet. Focus on these things you enjoy during the date instead of trying to control the outcome. You can also see each date as a learning experience. With each person you get to know, you can find out what feels good and doesn't feel good to you in a romantic setting. Often we're so focused on making each date go well that we aren't paying attention to and honing our sense of what feels good to us, which is actually the most important thing in a partner. It's not about whether they're super witty or super smart, but it's about whether you feel good in their presence and whether they are good for you. It's also very, very hard to find places to practice the skills necessary for a healthy relationship. So it's important to use dating not just as a way to find a partner, but also as a time to build the necessary relationship skills for when you do meet that right person. People often get into a relationship with the person of their dreams just to find out they hadn't developed the skills for great communication or how to build a deep connection. And there ends up being a lot more conflict, hurt, and disconnection in the relationship than there needed to be. This has definitely happened to me, and I wish it had gone differently. Some examples of skills I wish I had learned earlier include how to tell if someone's trustworthy, how to perspective take while I'm frustrated at someone, how to express what I want and need despite what the other person wants, how to be vulnerable in sharing my feelings, and how to feel safe letting someone in. Use the time you're dating as precious opportunities to practice these skills. If you're not sure about someone, you could practice giving someone the benefit of the doubt and holding your judgments of them lightly, and go on a second or third date to see if you see them any differently. If you don't want to see someone again, and you're anxious about telling them, take the opportunity to practice how to let someone down in a kind way. Even if you don't want to date someone in a long-term committed relationship, as long as you're honest about what you're looking for, it could be a good chance to build other types of meaningful relationships, like friendships or shorter-term relationships. In general, I think the more people approach online dating not just as a means to an end, but as a way to approach others in a way that's aligned with our own core values, such as authenticity, kindness, honesty, courage, and self-compassion, the better the online dating experience will be for everyone.